G'day everyone, we are back, another faction video. We are continuing with our set review of Swanny's brilliant faction-based magic card set. I've got Dan with me again, and yeah, we're back after Christmas and New Year's. Dan, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thank you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to
Yeah, you too, man, you too.
And all the faction family out there and everyone related to you all.
Yeah, and we had some great feedback on our first one at the faction Christmas party. Everyone was like, put the next one on YouTube as soon as possible. So we're back from holidays and we're here to do blue today. So thank you all for joining us.
All right, I'm going to get this started with Bad Beats Chronicler. We've got a creature. It's a human rogue. It's 1 and a blue for a creature human rogue. Creatures you control with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. And pay 1 blue. Bad Beats Chronicler gets +1 neg1 until end of turn. It's an 0/4. Alright, so you're potentially looking at a 3/1. Creatures you control.
It costs a lot of mana to do that.
Oh, sure, yeah, exactly, yeah.
With power or toughness. Okay, so you can make it a 3/1 and it can't be blocked. But you can also attack with it and then pump post.
Well, you can
blockers.
Yeah, you make a 1/3.
So after blockers are being declared, you can pump it anyway. So
yep.
But yeah, that's your entire team. So that's quite strong.
Yes, exactly.
Making your whole team essentially unblockable. If you've got a lot of weenies. Yeah, that card seems good. It only costs 2 mana.
Yeah, it also works. I like that it. I mean, it obviously works very well in a control deck because it acts as a good defender, and then when it needs to, it can start. Yeah, exactly. You can actually start getting in for some. Some pretty real damage.
Yep.
3 is not going to be sniffed at. It's like Delver.
What's the flavour text? If I didn't draw a land, it would have had Hoodie seems thrilled with hearing this story.
Yeah.
We've heard it a million times.
That's right. We've got Tate here. And I love this because he's sitting in very close to the position. This may come from, there was a story that I told of Tate where he was playing against me at NLG Preston and played a verdant, whatever the big verdant thing is that adds a bunch of counters onto everything, and he put them all onto itself just to have me answer it with unlicensed disintegration, and he stood up from the table, said, "It's not you, it's me," and walked out the door and just dropped the event. So, Bad Beats Chronicler, there you go.
Alright, we've got Become Washed. It's 1 and a blue for an enchantment aura. Enchanted creature loses all its abilities and is a green and white washed creature with a base power of 0/2. Power toughness 0/2.
Yeah, these kind of effects are always good, right?
They're okay.
Okay.
They're okay. Like, even, it's not real removal, but the fact that they lose all abilities, that's a good little addition to this card compared to some of the other ones you see that just make them into O2s.
What about something like Petrify where it can't attack or block? This is... Like, because Petrify, sometimes you put it on something, but then they're also able to
and it's probably slightly worse. But I mean, does Petrify remove abilities? I can't remember.
No,
some of the pacifisms do.
Yeah.
Like Arrest and that. But yeah, no, I mean, this is blue removal.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm sure it's okay.
Yeah. And the flavour text we've got over here is Become Washed, Faction is Washed.
Yeah. I mean, that's we're all starting to look more and more like that guy.
Is that
is it
Paul Kelly?
I thought we'd be like Dan Weevil.
Alright, next we got Big Twisties. We've got 4 blue for an instant. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their libraries, then draws 7 cards. Exile each creature you control, then return those cards to the battlefield under your control. Exile Big Twisties. So it's a time twister for 6.
Yeah.
That also randomly, what's with that?
It also blinks everything.
Yeah. Is that supposed to be used advantageously, or is that supposed to just be almost a pure drawback, or?
No. I think it's meant to be an advantage.
Or maybe like you attack, cast Big Twisties, and then like kind of a.
I was just thinking of come to play effects, ETBs. Still call them come into play. No, I think it's for ETBs. It's not very good with tokens. All your tokens die.
No, exactly. Yeah, watch tokens are gone.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
there must be, maybe there's another effect somewhere in the set. I'm not 100% sure that I doubt there is some Orcish Bowmaster style effect. I don't know, but I mean, everyone loves a big wheel, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some stuffed up things you can do with this. So
Yeah.
if you can find a way to use this, I mean, it might be a bit broken.
Well, I mean, at instant speed too, like
Yeah,
that's comparable to
it's
Into the West, which is like one of the bigger recent cards that, you know, is literally in my Highlander deck now. And that's like 4, but it's also got blue-green, you know.
Yeah,
so.
I can imagine people taking this card and putting it in their Highlander desk.
Yeah, exactly, just for the artwork.
So yeah, this is in reference to Trent. Whenever you play a time twister on any big effect in Highlander, Trent always goes big Twisties.
Nice. This is your one?
So we've got Bker the Gifted. So it's 4 blue for a legendary creature, powerful wizard. So this is Leo. Yeah. Leo the wizard, powerful wizard. It's expensive, 6 mana. Tap, search your library for up to 4 cards with different names to reveal them. Target opponent chooses two of those cards. Put the chosen cards into the yard and the rest into your hand.
That's Fact or Fiction.
Then shuffle your library. Fact or Fiction's 5 cards, and you get to choose from 2 piles.
Oh, sure.
This is more like the other one.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of the other one.
I've forgotten its name off the top of my head.
Gifts Ungiven?
Yeah, it reminds me more of that.
Yeah, this is like Gifts Ungiven on a 3/4 body that costs 2 more. And you've got to wait a turn for the effect, obviously. Yeah. I mean, if it sticks around, it's great.
Yes.
You know,
if you get to trigger this once, it's great.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's powerful wizard synergies as well. But
I mean, this is
how important that is.
Such a feels bad if you just cast it and immediately just gets.
I mean, it's the same with a lot of bombs. I mean, this card's super strong.
Which is super easy to kill for a bomb, right? 3/4. Oh, maybe it's not. It's fine.
It survives red removal if you've got bolts and stuff. Yeah, no, I think this card's good. I think you can generally be a first pick, maybe a B. Yeah, I mean, if you untap with this, you generally pretty good position.
Easy, yeah.
And you can do it at some speed, right? So it's
Just for these type of effects in this situation where you're not going to have a build around. You know, it's not like you're playing not Sabine's Reclamation, whatever the one where they give you the card and you're like, it doesn't matter what I do here, I've lost. This is not going to be like that, is it?
It's draw 2 good cards.
Yes,
you're not drawing lands, it can deck you pretty quick, I guess.
Are you taking the best 4 and just knowing that you can get 2 good? Yeah,
yes,
that's just
100%.
Yeah, okay.
100%. Look through your deck, find 4 good cards.
Yeah.
It's limited, so you know you're not going to have a lot of duplicates. So it's pretty easy to find 4 cards with different names. Yeah,
love it.
If you've got any graveyard synergies, it's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, but card's good.
Cool. Next up we have Bron, Son of the Stream, and it's 2 blue, legendary creature Merfolk, which is pretty standard. Tap an untapped artifact you control. Discard a blue creature card. Create a 2/2 blue Merfolk creature with other Merfolk creatures you control. Get +1/+1. Activate only once each turn. Tap an untapped artifact you control, then discard a blue creature card. I mean, the effect is insane, right? Like,
you only do it once a turn, and it's a lot.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Discard a blue and tap a random artifact.
But with the food synergies and stuff, so there's going to be random artifacts kicking around
or something. I mean, it's a rare. It's a good card.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a couple. I mean,
and that immediately. So when you create the other one, this now becomes a 3/3. The other one's still a 2/2. But
and you can do it a turn that comes into play as well because it doesn't tap itself.
Yeah.
So you can drop this, tap an artifact.
No, this is really good, right? It's
good. It's good. Yeah. I mean, you got to have a blue creature in your hand. It's not just blue card. It's blue creature.
You also got it. So turn 1, you'd need some way to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
But no, it's good. I don't know, a B probably. You've got to build around it a little bit, but if you've got like a heavy blue deck with some artifacts, this is going to be strong.
Artwork is an A+.
I mean, if they can't kill it quickly, it's going to take over.
Yes. Oh, just quickly on Bker the Gifted. It's Leonard loved playing Esper Gifts Ungiven, so that's the card we're referencing there in Modern.
And Nath was been playing like a Merfolk forever in Modern. So
yeah, very nice.
That last card, Brunson's obviously Nathan.
Yes. Go ahead.
Card Lending. 4 blue for an enchantment aura. Enchant permanent you control. Enchanted permanent. I still have one of Gary's Cavern of Souls. Yeah, this card is Confiscate. Like word for word, I think.
Does Confiscate cost that much?
Yes.
Oh, there
I
you go.
think that is literally Confiscate.
I assume it must be relatively good since you know the name and effect.
It's okay.
Just one of them things that when it actually happens,
I mean, you're generally
like,
targeting a creature, so you might like Control Magic is always better because it's 4 mana. You very rarely don't take a creature with this, but take their best creature. 6 is a lot of mana.
Yeah.
So confidence.
I mean, like treachery is 5, and you get the 5 mana back immediately.
Yes. So Confiscate was never like massively played. I think it was Saga draft. I remember playing Confiscate.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was decent without being broken. Like Control Magic completely broken in any limited format.
For sure.
So,
yeah.
I think it's okay. Like I don't know, maybe a C plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
C would be
completely depending on what your opponent's got. But 6 mana is a lot for this effect.
It's just so. I mean, you steal a washed creature for 6 mana.
Yeah, well, that's
but it's like randomly beating you down with 1 counter, and you can't stop it.
Yeah. So that's obviously talking about everyone sharing the same collection in a faction.
That's right.
Yeah. I think people have cards all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Next up, we've got Career Highlight Command. It's 2 and a blue for an instant. Choose 2 until end of turn. Target creature becomes a 4/4 Brunson creature and gains flying. Target player reveals their hand. You may tap or untap target permanent and draw a card. I mean, that's a common. So choose 2 at instant speed for 3 mana. Target opponent reveals their hands with Urza's glasses. You may tap or untap target.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much going to be the same 2 choices in the limited format.
100% it's the bottom 2 choices, right? Or?
No, it's the top and the bottom. They're going to attack you. You're going to make your wash creature into a 4/4. You get a 2 for 1. You block and kill something there.
Draw a card. It's just backbreaking. For 3 mana, that's great. For a common?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you can like get the 2 for 1 out of it, it's good.
Like I'm kind of comparing it a bit to Cryptic Command because it's choose 2 4 options. But like the one thing, obviously tapping down all their creatures is great. It's like draw a card is the same.
I mean, yeah, in-step, tap down their big blocker.
Yeah, I guess, tapping down a big blocker is like, as opposed to putting it back in their hand is not great.
Oh, it's a big difference, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean the casting cost is crazy different too, you know?
Yeah. This card's okay. I think maybe one of them in your blue decks. I don't think you really want them in multiples. Because they don't do a lot without stuff on the board.
Yeah, well, I cannot see in a limited format, especially a relatively underpowered limited format, how looking at their hand. Surely that just never happens. Right?
No.
Like that's just crazy.
No,
it got it or they don't. Like you look at the hand, you're like,
scroll down on Swanny's notes here. Let's see if we can work out why you can look at people's hands. Premium faction, a meme. The command represents Nathan's career highlights according to Chatter Fireball. Yep, this was put up at a GP, and career highlights were pretty much empty.
Yeah, there was. It was
like he streams.
Yeah, it was like self-fulfilling. It was like streamer Nathan career highlights. He streams.
Yeah.
Very nice. I mean, and that's just this has been.
I assume reveal their hand is because you're watching them on stream, so you can see their hand.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, very nice. Right, you've got.
We have Cozy Hamic. It's 1 blue for enchantment aura, enchant creature. When Cozy Hamic enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. I'm not sleeping during the finals. I've got my eyes closed, but I'm listening to it. So this was Swanee at the Diamond Creek house where we played faction champs last year. Yeah, there was this hammock randomly in the house, and Swanee spent a fair bit of time in there. And towards the end of the night, after we'd all had a few drinks.
What made it great was that it was right next to the finals table as well.
Yes, looking in the complete wrong direction, I believe.
yeah, exactly. Very cool. This is shockingly bad, right? Is it?
No, these cards are fine.
These are fine?
These are fine.
3 blue mana?
Yeah, that's a very standard cost of that ability. That card has existed in, you'll find 10 different versions of this card, pretty much similar casting cost.
But if we're comparing it, for example, to the one just before, has an easier casting cost, is instant, and does the exact same thing, plus draws you a card.
This doesn't untap.
For one turn.
No, this locks it down permanently.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I thought it was for like a turn until the next day, or then.
So this is like a pacifism.
Okay, yeah. Oh, sure. Okay,
it locks down a creature permanently, so it never untaps.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why. It's a typical blue removal spell from old sets. So it was,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
It's okay. I mean, if you need a blue removal spell, take it.
Yep. Next up we have Deep Meme Archivist. It's 2 and a blue, a creature, powerful wizard. When Deep Meme Archivist enters the battlefield, you may pay 3. If you do, return target instant, sorcery, or saga card from your graveyard to your hand. So 6 mana to return something, and it's got to be an instant, sorcery, or saga. I mean, I'll let you on that one. That just seems unplayable to me.
It's a kicker effect. There's kicker cards like this.
Yep.
Which are quite good.
Am I? Oh, sure. Sorry, it is a creature, isn't it?
It's a 2/3.
Yeah.
So it's a 3-mana 2/3 with all this extra stuff on it.
Sorry,
That's an ETB, so it triggers every time. So if you get this back from your graveyard into play, you can pay an additional 3 and do it. So these cards, it's decent. I've always liked these.
Yeah. Sorry, no, I've just read it wrong.
It's very blue.
Yes.
It's very blue.
Yes.
I mean, there's a card in Dominaria Draft very similar to this, which I played quite a bit. I mean, you need to build around it. You want to have. I mean, most of the ones I've seen are instants and sorceries, and the Saga stuff is gravy. I mean, if you get Saga back, I think that's pretty great. But this is generally going pretty good. Like a C plus. It's not like an absolute like a bomb. But
is it Hoodie?
It's Hoodie sitting in his computer.
Fucking how long ago is that? That
really
doesn't look like Hoodie at all to me.
Really?
Like you can just tell. I was thinking, is that him?
The faction meme gallery is where Swanee got most of these photos for these cards from. So it's a definite thing.
Of course, we've got here Hoodie trawling through old chat groups to find faction memes for the Hall of Fame gallery. The Faction Meme Hall of Fame gallery established 17th November 2022.
That must have been when the Facebook group was created.
Yeah, that's cool.
Fine. If you've got a deck pretty heavy in instant sorceries, goes up a lot in value.
Nice.
This is Draft Night Drifter. It's 1 and a blue for a powerful wizard. Draft Night Drifter doesn't untap during your untap step. You can pay 1 to untap it. Whenever you cast an instant, sorcery, or legendary spell, target player mills 2 cards. Mill. Interesting. This is Puzzet. I'm pretty sure that photo came from a pro tour that some of the guys were on, and he passed out on the couch. And the photo got handed around. So if Puzzet ever sees this, I'm not even sure if he knows this photo exists. But you look comfy, mate.
Yeah.
The couch there.
So
2 mana 1/3.
So in limited milling 2 cards at a time, I mean, you're not, unless you're doing something else, you're not necessarily trying to mill them out. I'm guessing you play it late, you probably could.
Is untapping it? Is there like a what's the card? Hamic study or something? It's like tap it, ping for 1.
Oh, sure, okay.
And then you pay 1 to untap it, and you just go like machine gun style. There was a crab that did this ability, and you put that on it. I have no idea what this could combo with. The 2 abilities seem like very separate to each other. Like they don't like the milling and the untapping stuff don't really interact with each other in a meaningful way. I can see. Interesting. If you can find a way to abuse this, it might be good. But I don't know if you're going to be able to mill someone. But the untap gives that's what I can see here as being something that could be abused.
Okay.
Other than that, it's a 2 mana 1/3 that doesn't do much else.
Yep. Alrighty.
Can you target player. You can mill yourself and
exactly. And then get the
reanimate.
Saga that you needed.
Then you can take me in accuracy. I'm more thinking can reanimate target.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
Can you mill yourself for a reanimate target? Yeah.
Yep. All right. Next we got I don't know how to say that, Eurorende.
I don't know.
And it's a creature. This is obviously must be German, I'm guessing. Gewashene Mensch, and it's 3 and a blue. So it's a 1 blue creature. It's an 0/2, and it's got an ability 3 and a blue. Tap it. Okay, fucking a lot of things in German.
Yeah.
didn't even get that far. So the 2 Germanic travelling faction members. I guess he probably would.
Thank God that Swanny's what's he done? He's translated it for us in the notes, so we don't have to look it up.
All right, this is going to be a sweet builder, and there's going to be some sweet tech if anyone knows German or can remember what this actually does. So it's exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under your control. And this is, Alex complained about not being able to understand it, and instead of doing anything about that, I made a Google Translator joke. And ich bin in Google Translator.
Yeah, Google it.
Yeah.
Alex.
So we can...
So it's a blink effect?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
On a 1 drop, and it costs 4 to blink something. Yeah, again, it's just going to massively depend on if you got good stuff to blink.
That's a build around card.
Yep.
If you can find a way to abuse this, sweet.
Yep. Big ETB effects, whatever.
It's like a build around C-. It's doesn't 0/2, and it's 4 to actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine having this in your opening hand? It's just...
Well, you don't want to draw it later.
Well, you want to draw it when you can use the effect, otherwise it's no 2, right?
You can block a 1/1. I don't know. When do you want to draw it?
Okay.
At least when you've got the formatting, it doesn't have summoning sickness. You can play it on turn 1.
Yeah.
It's better than just like playing an island and passing.
Yeah, because even if it didn't have to tap, it'd still be 5 mana to blink something, but you can then blink on your next turn, presumably when you got more mana. Woof.
That's you control. If they use some of those blue enchantments on you guys, you can blink them and stuff.
I'll bet you that it being you control is going to be something that someone messes up.
Okay.
Because it's not in English, and no one's going to be able to quickly check. They're going to go, oh, it's the blink effect, and they're going to blink someone else's creature. And
no one's going to get away with that. It'd be busted if you could blink their creatures. Legally, yeah.
All right, next up we got Faction Caster. Hell yeah, we got Ian here. It's 1 and a blue for a creature. Wait, no, I read the last one. This is yours. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Faction Caster, 1 and a blue, powerful wizard. The first instant or sorcery spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. What?
Is that like
a song
or the news music?
Yeah. Okay.
Good one. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe you picked that. I wouldn't have got that. It's a
all the new songs do that.
It's a bad Goblin Electromancer. I'm not sure why you couldn't just make it all. I don't like this card much.
Yeah.
I'd like it more if it was all, but yeah. Okay.
1/3 is like the worst combination of 4 stats, isn't it? Usually, like 2/2 or 3/1 is better than 1/3 in limited.
04 might be worse, but that's debatable.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Usually 04 is there for a
4 is
specific
the
reason.
worst, to be honest.
That's very true.
What's the? I get it. The podcast. That's Ian's podcast.
Of course.
So
with the Channel 9 music. Here we go. I get to read my own card. Faction Whale. I've got 5 blue for a legendary creature whale. It's got Delve. Whenever Faction Whale attacks, you may exile target creature an opponent controls until Faction Whale leaves the battlefield. Faction Whale gets +1/+1 for each uncommon and +2/+2 for each rare exiled with Faction Whale. The Delve is insane, right? Like, that's off the chain, right? A 3/3 potentially for 2.
Yeah, okay.
Is that
how
good?
you having 5 cards in your bin?
Is that just not happening in Limited? I don't know, yeah. It's...
exile target just controls until... I mean, that ability is bonkers. when it attacks.
So it's not. Yeah, it's not even when it does the damage. Like just literally it attacks. There goes your biggest creature.
The problem is that if they can block it with anything else they've got and kill it, they get their thing straight back.
Yeah.
The question is, how many uncommons and rares are you going to get in draft to actually pump this guy?
Yeah, it's less about that to me, and more about the maybe Delby's really shit in just regular limited. I think.
Well, you need if you've got a decent mill strat. Here's your mill. So here's your mill.
That's true.
If you can mill some cards with this, get it out early, and also pump it, if you hit some uncommons and rares. This card goes up. Like if you hit 2 rares with this, it's a 7/7.
Oh yeah, I mean that's.
But how many rares are you gonna have in your draft set?
No,
in your draft deck.
Yeah, that's why the bottom part isn't so much.
If you hit 1 rare and 1 uncommon, it's a 6/6, and you're getting a discount. That's like if you're just delving the 2 cards, that's like 5 mana 6/6, right?
Oh, hang on a second. Hang on.
Ability.
Yeah, so it's not only the ones that you delved away. It's the one if you attack and they've got a rare, you exile their rare too. That's another +2/+2.
Good point.
So if they're like play a card, you're like exile, play a card, exile. It's just, I mean, the game's over in 2 turns.
Yeah, okay, that's strong. That makes
so that's everything getting exiled.
So you're specifically, not only are you targeting their best creature, you're targeting the rarity of their creatures.
Yeah, that's right.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think this card's good, man. I'm B+.
Yeah,
I think you want a bit of a mill theme in your deck, maybe, to try and get it out earlier. But
yeah. I think, again, being a rare, it's one of those things, like, if it's in your first pack...
Yes. Oh, yeah. Pick this.
Of course you're picking
I mean, this is like a B+. Especially if you can build around it from the start. Even if you can't build around it that much, you're still going to have a couple of things in the bin. So even if it's a 5-drop, and yeah,
exactly. I mean, if you know and you've got it in hand, or there's some, you're potentially going to be drawing it. Like you could just be throwing any fodder out there, just getting it all into the bin. And...
Well, fodder being uncommons and rares. Yeah. It doesn't work.
No, but I mean, but the delve.
Oh, just to delve.
Yeah, just to get it out real cheap. Because you made.
But it's a lot worse as a 3/3.
Yeah. Like I'd be blown away if you're ever paying 7 for it, right? Yeah.
No, very rare.
You'd be paying somewhere between maybe 3 and 5 most of the time.
Yeah, this might be better than that. This might be an A- to an A. I think, you're probably right. I mean, this will probably kill someone very quickly.
Yes. Yeah.
In the right situation. Yeah.
And then, of course, this is paying...
And if you know someone's got this, you're sort of sandbagging your rares and stuff.
Well, 100%, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And this is myself getting on the collector.
Oh, no! It's going everywhere. It's just like the picture. It's going everywhere.
All right. What have we got next?
It's a Gift of Rock. This is Gift of Rock. It's a 1 blue mana for an aura enchant creature. Enchant creature has +1/+1 flying. Yeah, it's 1 mana, but I still hate it. Yeah. In terms of power level.
And card
disadvantage. People playing Guitar Hero is a good pitcher, so you can take it for the mean pitches. But yeah, I don't really like these type of cards. We've seen so much blinker as well.
Yes, exactly. And there's no... I mean, you can't like trick anyone with it. It doesn't have flash, nothing. Yeah. I mean, not that flash would really matter, because it's
pretty bad.
Okay. But there we got for Gift of Rock. We've got classic faction meme of Pete playing Guitar Hero.
Yeah. in the forest, apparently.
Natural holding position of a guitar. You can tell he's been playing all his life. All right, we got Hail Day on the Golf Course. It's a Saga enchantment, and it costs 2 and a blue. In the first step, you create a 1/1 blue artifact golfer token with this creature can't be blocked. Second step is search your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. And step 3 is tap an untapped artifact you control. When you do, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each artifact you control. So you create a dude that can't be blocked.
An artifact dude. So
no, it's not. Oh, I need an artifact. You're right. Yeah. And then you search for another artifact, mana value 1 or less, put it into your hand. That's guess it's like there's a Saga.
Yeah.
Tap and untap artifact you control when you do tag a creature. +1. Okay. That seems okay for 3. Like, you've done a lot of stuff. Yeah. Sagas are really good and limited, right? Because they're just that constant value.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a dude. Makes quite a decent dude. And it gives you all this other stuff.
Yeah.
If you can go get an artifact, yes, you're doing it. Draw a card.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I get the feeling that, like, you get people building, vintage cube decks where they're popping Urza Saga and have either the thing that they wanted is already in their hand, been played or whatever, So the odds that you're genuinely going to go get a 1-mana artifact, I mean, we'll see how many there are.
It's hard to evaluate until we get to artifacts.
But I still, zero cost ones.
We've seen plenty of Saga sort of synergies. It's an uncommon. Yeah, I mean, cool.
The thing to remember when we're looking at artifacts is going to be, is there a mana value 1 or less artifact that somehow synergizes with this tapping an artifact you control or something?
Any artifact.
Yeah, exactly. Or something like that, yeah. And that's Hail Down the Golf Course.
So you search it, you play it, you've got your other one. So your unblockable guy's going to get +2/+2.
Yeah. I mean, it just seems solid. If
you've got a bunch of food tokens, it might do +5/+5 or something. So, yeah. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, and it's alright. I mean, this is like a B-, C+.
Yeah, so you can just flat tap. I mean, you get a couple of food, as you say, and then you're just literally sitting there tapping food. Yeah, that's sick. And we've got here, some players go to golf on a beautiful day and then suddenly it starts hailing. They keep playing. The mechanics are finding the golf ball, then hitting it in the hole. There you go.
So the 1-mana artifact is the golf ball.
Oh, sure, I see. Yeah, that's great.
I was there that day. I'm in the top photo. I did not go back and continue playing. Okay. I got the hell out of there.
Yeah,
I was like, screw this.
Seems smart.
So yes, I think I was the only one that didn't go back there. Everyone else went back and played, and I was out.
Yeah, that is some
which obviously I copped it for. So.
All right. There you go.
Hoodie spins a yarn. There's Hoodie and his disciples right there. It's 1 and blue. We've got another Saga. Draw a card, discard a card twice. 1 and 2. Exile target instant or sorcery from your graveyard. Copy it. You may cast the copy. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Bit of card.
A few synergies there. The Delve synergy. A couple of free loots. Well, not free loots. You got to pay 2 mana from, but a couple of loots. Yeah. And then you get to cast one of the cards. You get to snapcast it, I guess. Yes, I don't know. That's as common.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like you're always drawing lands or something and you feel unlucky, maybe
this is decent. This is decent. Yep. I mean, it's like a C. In the right deck, this is good.
Cool.
It does a little bit for you. So, spinning wheels is always fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So drawing a card, discarding card. I mean, again, this goes with the whale because you play this on turn 2, and then you've already got 2 cards in the bin that you can delve away.
Yeah, this goes with the graveyard strategies, and it goes with the instant or sorcery strategies that blue has. So just fits into the synergies of the colour.
Yeah, love it. Next up, we've got Invitational Angler. Oh, by the way, just on that card really quick, it references Hoodie's strong storytelling skills. Which we've all been privy to and enjoyed for years. We've got Invitational Angler. We've got Pick of Cooper here, and it's 1 and a blue for a creature. It's a human rogue. When Invitational Angler enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 blue fish creature. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Invitational Angler can't be blocked until end of turn. So it's a 2/1 that potential. With that bottom effect, like.
Yeah, I mean, getting 2 creatures for 2 mana is good, even if it's just an 0/1. I mean, this is okay. It's a decent common. It's, like a C. This is
cool. Yep.
And it's, if you've got the instant or sorceries deck, you can get in for a few hits. Not really, but I don't know. Just getting two bodies for 2 mana is okay.
Yeah, it would be really seemingly improved if the fish was an artifact, maybe.
If it was a 1/1. Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously.
That can't be exact.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's a decent card.
Yeah. Awesome. And that
Good
is
job.
a nod to Coops and his passion for fishing.
Yeah.
Love that. I wonder if he's ever caught a fish that big.
Doubt it.
Yeah, exactly. You can show us, Coops.
I wonder if he's ever caught a fish as big as this one Johnny's about to present.
There you take it
So
away.
this is part of the cycle. What was the last one? Johnny presents Angel.
Yeah.
We've got the blue one. Johnny presents Kraken. So we've got 4 blue for a Kraken with Flash. Flash in a 6/7. Jesus.
Man, that is huge.
When Johnny presents Kraken, enters the battlefield, get a 1/1. So Jono enters the battlefield when the Kraken comes. You can sacrifice Jono, the human, or the human you create, or any other human you have, to return target's spell to its owner's hand.
I mean, if you got is there a way washed tokens humans?
I think so.
I mean, that seems like if you had a way to make a lot of wash tokens, it's like a whole breaker horror.
Just
fucking return.
No. It's a spell.
Well, no, but every time they try and
yes,
cast anything,
yes.
there's trying to answer this
I
crazy creature.
Well, Hellbreaker Horror
Sure.
things in play.
Of course, yeah.
But so anything they cast in future, there's like it's a huge tempo, and also you've got a 6/7 that.
I mean, flash.
Presumably ate something when they attacked you as well, because you flash it in and block.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, Flash just got to put this thing over the edge. That's got to be. Surely an A? Seems like it.
Yes, this is very strong.
Yeah.
An A, yeah. I mean, this is the mythic bomb, right? This is.
Yes,
I'm
pretty sure that's mythic. Yeah, that is mythic.
All these Jono presents cards, they seem real strong.
Yeah.
So 6/7 in blue.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
strong
awesome.
card.
Yep, love it. Yeah, we've got part of the Jono Presents cycle. Very nice. And here you go.
Who's that? Is that a random?
I don't know.
Jovial Taunter. This is you, right?
No.
Not in the picture, I mean you.
Yeah. I see my turn to do it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sorry. Jovial Taunter is 2 and a blue for a creature, human rogue. It's a 1/1, and its ability is that you can tap it. Another target creature has base power and toughness 0-2 until end of turn. Whenever Jovial Taunter's toughness increases, sacrifice it. So if you had the... Oh, I don't even know. So,
well, you can see in the picture, it's giving him... It's taunting them because he's 1/1 and they're 0-2.
Exactly. Yeah.
And when he goes to when his toughness increases, so when he becomes a 1/2, he can't give a shit anymore.
That's right.
So this is Sorceress Queen.
Is it
Sorceress Queen? That was one black and it's got that ability. Another target creature has power.
Okay.
That's like an alpha card. Sorceress Queen.
Okay.
I think it was an alpha.
But without.
But it doesn't have the toughness, and it's one black.
The reason I've never heard of this card.
I mean, it was like a poor man's, what was the one that, Royal Assassin.
Oh, sure, yeah.
The Sorcerer's Queen was a poor man's Royal Assassin.
Wasn't Royal Assassin like pay 5, destroy target creature?
No, it had the same, it was 1 BB for 1/1, destroy target tap creature.
Crazy.
Tap and destroy target tap creature.
Yeah,
so, whereas this turned creatures into 0-2s.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Sorcerer's Queen is pretty good. In very old school kitchen table magic from 1994.
Yeah, I mean, we're not quite there with.
I can't say I ever drafted a Sorcerer's Queen because draft hadn't been invented yet. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, turning things into 0-2s, like their best creature into 0-2, and once you they attack with it, you turn it into 0-2, you kill it.
Yeah.
And then you do it to their creature the next turn. I mean, I assume that's why it's rare. I assume it's good.
And you got to remember to evaluate these based on the set. Like, I'm thinking, but every creature, I don't give a shit if it's 0-2, it's what it does. You know, that's just going to keep doing some effect.
Yeah.
When your cards aren't
constantly
snowballing effects. Yeah.
They cast a crack and you turn into an 0-2.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I mean, and you can do that at instant speed. If you just have this thing sitting there, it obviously gets so much better.
Giant Growth is a removal spell on this guy.
Oh, yeah. Or, that little one that's like, give something +1/+1 and flying for 1 blue. That'd be interesting use for that card. It's a 1 blue removal.
Yeah, for the one card.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure.
Brought it in.
I mean, I think that's like a C, and I don't think it's a B-. I'm going to go with.
Yep. And really, that's a B-.
I think so.
Yep.
All of their creatures, the best creatures are always an 0-2 now.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
You attack, you ruin their best block. They can't really block anymore. They can't
Yeah,
really attack
that's true.
anymore.
Yeah, the fact that you don't, it's not like you've got to decide at the start of the turn. Like, you can attack and go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, block.
Yeah, double block, triple block, or whatever you have to do. It just makes them, forces them into really awkward. Yeah, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, card's strong.
Yeah, I bet it's one of them cards where when someone plays it against you, you're like, oh,
what do I do?
That's why it's a rare or whatever.
Yeah, where's my giant growth?
Yeah. Where's my thing that gives a +1 and flying? And this is faction people making fun of each other for being washed, of course. All right, next up.
Kiwi Consultant, 4 and a blue for a human advisor. You're good. I'll continue. Kiwi Consultant, what have we got? 4 and a blue for a human advisor. It has flying, and when Kiwi Consultant enters the battlefield, scry 2, 3-4 fly. Hey Alex, do they have Milo in New Zealand? Do they? That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, this is a typical flyer, common flyer in these sort of sets. 3-4, it's got a little ETB of scrying 2. Yeah, these cards used to be decent. So assuming the power level of this set is a little bit on the lower side, like the older sets, I think this can be a decent top end. It's also good because you play it on turn 5. You generally don't need any more lands by then, so you can scry away any lands, and have nothing but spells on top. This is fine. Solid C, and this is Alex making his way over to join us in Melbourne. All good?
Yeah, all good.
Alright, we're up to logo design.
Alright, so it's 2 blue for an enchantment. Logo design enters the battlefield as a copy of any non-land permanent. The second F stands for fair use. That is the most genius. I think I love that little bit of flavour text. Well known. I mean, I guess we'll talk about the card first before going on to the faction logo. But so this is kind of like because it's almost the same casting cost as Phyrexian Revoker. Is that what we're doing here? It comes in and just becomes the thing.
This is an enchantment though.
But you're still casting it at sorcery speed.
Yeah.
And it just comes in as a copy of whatever their best thing is.
Yeah. Or could copy one of yours as well.
Yeah, you could get 2 copies of whatever your best thing is.
Yeah. Yep, these are pretty standard rares, I guess. I've never thought they've been too amazing, but they're decent. Again,
The kind of effect that massively gets better, the better the stuff that your opponent is playing. So if you
want a way to deal with their bomb, make one of your own.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that doesn't seem great though.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you play it in every blue deck.
Sure. Yeah. But I mean, it's also a rare, so you're probably not going to get a chance to just randomly play it unless it's like your third.
Unless you've got a crazy uncommon, it's probably a first pick, but it's like a C+, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Hilarious, the logo.
Yeah, I mean...
This was designed by Gary, right?
Yeah, Gary made the logo. It's like, I made this awesome logo. It's really unique. No. We see it everywhere we go.
There's so many more examples of it than even what's in this image.
I'd left a tournament somewhere in, I think it was one of May's or something like that. We were walking down the street, going to the pub with Leo and Nath.
Yeah.
We all got it on. And this guy's like, oh, hey man, hey guys, he's like off his hand. He's like, well, what's it stand for? What's the t-shirts? And I'm like, oh, we just went to a flat facilities concert or something like that. He's going, oh, who are they? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, some DJs or something. He's like, oh, okay.
Let's see. Faction logo is more ubiquitous than unique. Yes, 100%. All right.
Lose Composure. 2 and a blue, instant. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a Saga, so more Saga Synergy. Target creature gets -4/-0 until end of turn, draw a card. Shut up in the peanut gallery. So this is Swanee pissing himself laughing during the top 8 after I think that's pretty...
No, this is literally during the final between
Yeah.
Gary and Alex.
Alex, yeah. And
Yeah,
Swanny's
yeah,
pissed himself
yeah.
laughing and Trent's yelling at us all.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I was the one that probably did the stupid shit, so he's laughing at.
Yeah, exactly. This is you running right in front of him.
Yeah. Pretty typical card. I like these more at 1 and a blue, and they're still not that good. The Saga, I mean, how many Saga? I mean, we're seeing a few of them, but, you know, it's not that reliable.
I mean, replacing itself massively increases the
that's what makes it playable.
playability. Yeah.
It's unplayable without that.
Oh, yeah, okay. Of course, yeah.
But it's an instant for your synergies, your instant synergies. So sometimes you get them.
Yeah.
If you get them and draw a card, it's great. But it's a bad combat trick. But you know it has to be if it's giving you a card.
Yes. Yeah, nice. All right.
Cycling 3 sometimes.
Next up we have Mail Day. It's 3 and a blue for a sorcery. Reveal the top 3 cards of your library. Put those cards into your hand.
Yeah. So draw 3.
Ah, wait, what?
That's 4-mana sorcery, draw 3 cards.
That's insanely good, isn't it? That's really good, isn't it? That's an amazing rate, right?
No, that's pretty standard.
Like, Lorien Revealed is like one of, and yes, it's got island cycling, which is insane, but it's like, I think 6 or 7 mana to draw 3 cards.
Is it an instant? That ability gets a lot better.
Oh man, I feel like I gotta almost look this up.
There's a
look this up real quick.
There's a green one of these that's color shifted. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a famous. I mean, it's a really well-known blue card that got color shifted into Time Spiral.
So Lorien Revealed, it's 5, draw 3 cards with island cycling 1. It's still a sorcery, and this is like.
I mean, this card was insane because of the island cycling. No one plays this.
Yeah.
No one plays this in structure with draw 3.
No, I understand.
So
I
this is
definitely
purely
understand the draw 3. Yeah, but I thought 4 cost was always draw 2, like hieroglyphic, whatever, you know, and they're like
And that's got
standard
one
cards.
No, at uncommon it's draw 3.
Okay.
I cannot think of the green one. Now we're looking at the cards. I need to know the green one. Green, draw.
Harmonise.
Yeah, Harmonise.
Yeah, but Harmonise is an insane card, right? Like
that's what this is. This is the Harmonise.
Yeah.
And Harmonise is a really...
Harmonise is more insane because it's green, obviously.
Yes. But Harmonise is a colour shifted blue card. It was colour shifted in Time.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
So I can't remember what the blue one was called.
Yeah, I'm not like saying there's never been a blue card.
This is quite normal. I mean, that was a common card back in old sets. Draw 3 for 4 mana.
Okay. I feel like I've just never seen that before.
Really?
Yeah, just with no drawback whatsoever. You just draw 3 cards for 4.
Concentrate. This is Concentrate.
Draw 3 cards.
So Concentrate, and that's been in absolute ton of sets.
Oh, okay.
Old sets too, like.
All right.
These sets are based on. So, and this is worse than Concentrate. Oh, well, it was 2 blue. This is 3 blue. But this is worse because you got to show your opponent. The 3 cards.
You reveal them. Oh, sorry, I just said there was no drawback. That is a huge. Well, it's not huge, but it is.
It's fine. I mean, this card's good. Like you draw 4 mana, draw 3. It's assuming you have the tempo to be able to do that.
Of course.
But in the lower power level sets, it was a lot stronger. I mean, this card's not even that strong today in modern draft sets.
No, I wouldn't have thought in modern draft sets necessarily.
Yes, in old draft sets
because you need to be proactively doing something. I understand, but like. I feel like maybe in a set you're kind of getting hit by a lot of like 1 whatevers and 2 whatevers.
Yeah, good.
You may have, you know.
Yeah, I mean this is like a C+, right?
Okay.
It's not overpowered.
Yeah,
quite stretch the imagination. And yeah, like basically people on our Facebook group will say Mail Day and they'll just post pictures of everything that's
exactly.
shown up at their house that day, and that's why you have to reveal them.
That's right. It's not Mail Day.
We picked up from POG.
Very cool.
Yeah, people will go to POG, get a huge collection of cards that they've bought, and then say Mail Day.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't get it in the mail.
All right, there you
Speaking
go.
of mail, here's the mailman.
You got it. Yep.
Nathan Drew Malin, 2 and a blue. It's a common, powerful wizard. So we've got the powerful wizard synergies again. When Nathan Drew Malin enters the battlefield, draw a card. Insane. Against flying. So for a blue until end of turn, 2/1. So yeah, 3 mana, 2/1. Draw a card ETB, and you can bash.
Make it fly.
Yeah, I mean I think all the Nathan Drew cycle good cards.
Okay. Yeah. So this comparable to, what is it? Not Resplendent Angel, but whatever that one that comes in for 3 mana, the white one, and draws you a card, which is everyone like goes on and on and on about how insane it is.
Yes.
But this just doesn't have the flying tacked on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, great.
Yep. Is that one a 2/1?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Good card.
Yeah. I mean, if it didn't have the flying ability, this card would still be great.
Yeah, this is the kind of card where you never feel like a dickhead putting it out on the battlefield.
No, this is premium. This might be a B minus, right?
100%. Yeah, exactly.
That's a common.
For a common is you get like 2 or 3 of them.
Damage deck, and then all the blink synergies.
100%. Yeah.
Blink it, draw a card. Yeah,
that is a really, really good card.
Use that with the 1 mana O2. Once you run out of things to do, start blinking that every time.
Alright, here we got it's all the mail days, and then Nathan has delivered the mail, and it's old news. And it's 1 and a blue for an enchantment or a curse. Enchant player, love a curse. Enchant player, at the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, that player mills 3 cards. Here we go. Put it on yourself and cast the whale. When any player plays a card with the same name as a card in a graveyard, attach old news to that player.
Wow. Good. Interesting.
There's a card in the graveyard, attach old news to that player.
You got to keep track. So if you play a card with the same name as something in your opponent's bin, you take control of it. Old news.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. You start getting milled. Yeah.
Yeah. When you start playing multiplayer.
Yeah.
Commander at this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that you're going to get milled out with 100 cards, but
it's a great design.
It's cool.
2 mana, blue.
Cool. And curse, so it doesn't have to. I have no idea if you're going to be able to mill anyone out.
No, I think you're playing this to mill yourself, right?
Or maybe, depending on your deck build. But yeah, you could end up milling yourself.
Oh, but you can put it like, actually, if you're down to like, if you're board stall and you just curse them, I mean, they're just going to sit there milling 3 cards a turn.
Generally, you want a spell that does something to affect the board in a board stall. But yes, if you build a mill deck, if you want to try and build. Do that. I mean,
but isn't the
we've
problem...
seen a couple of mill cards.
Yeah, exactly.
The strategy might be out there.
Isn't the problem with board stalls though, just adding more random creatures doesn't necessarily get you over the top because it's still never advantageous to attack?
No, but I'm saying that generally having another creature in your deck is better than running this in case a board stall magically happens.
Yeah, and then you've got and there's like they've got 10 cards left or 9 cards left or whatever.
Yeah. It's like, in case with the game somehow ends up in a board stall, I'll put this in my deck. Bad deck building.
Okay. All right. So does that make it a?
It
makes it very much a build around. Yeah.
If someone builds the mill deck and goes 3 on
congratulations.
Yeah, awesome. I can't wait to see a screenshot of their deck list.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Just quickly on old news, if you post anything in faction chat that has been talked about before, you get your name changed to old news. So really tough. I don't think I've ever been called old news, but it would be tough for someone like me who periodically looks at the chat and then, this yours?
Don't know. I think it's yours.
Yeah, we've got Pestosaurus. That's 1 and a blue. Is that shiz?
That's right.
It's Dom.
It's Dom, yeah. And look at Trent. Trent's like,
he's looking right over it. That's great. We've got Pestosaurus. It's 1 and a blue for a creature. It's a spirit pest. It's got flying. Whenever Pestosaurus deals combat damage to a player, tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. So it's got to have dealt the damage for that. It's a 1/1 flyer. At the beginning of your end step, if Pestosaurus didn't enter the battlefield or attack this turn, put it on the bottom of its owner's library.
Oh, bad. Went from great to bad.
Yeah. Didn't enter or attack. I mean, Oof.
This is in reference to Dom getting smashed at the Faction Invitational and being a Pestosaurus to everyone until he passed out and disappeared into bed. It was good until I read the bottom line, and now I really don't know how to evaluate it. If you can, if they play a big flyer, it's like, oh shit.
I mean, it's crazy that it's a rare as well because you can't.
Uncommon.
Oh, that's not. Oh, okay. Or maybe then just putting a sideboard if you know they've got no flyers.
No, I think this is main deckable. I think it's main
Okay.
deckable. I think you play this.
All right.
If you can get into a race, also it's great with combat tricks. They drop a flyer and they go, I can't got you down. You have to attack. So they're always going to block, and then you can kill their flyer.
Yeah.
But no, I quite like it. In the right deck. I mean, it's good in an aggressive blue deck, but we haven't seen that many good aggressive blue cards.
No, exactly.
I don't know how to make this.
Neither do I.
Interesting card.
Yep.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a build around C.
Yeah, I think a lot of these cards are going to be like that. It'll be once people have actually played the set where the cream will start to rise and we'll go, oh, shit.
Our job is to evaluate it before that happens.
Yeah. I can't fucking evaluate after 100 drafts, let alone just looking at a card.
Yeah, well, Chat's giving me the figure.
Alright, here we go. You can have this one.
POG Wizard, 3 and a blue for a powerful wizard. When POG Wizard enters the battlefield, return up to one target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Gandalf sends his regards. So this is a 2/3 mana wall for 4, and it can do your own stuff as well as theirs. Easy to cast, good to blink.
I mean, it's not a land. It's not just a creature either. So.
Yep. No, I like it.
Is Mana War
Fantastic.
No,
I don't remember.
Yeah, okay.
There's been so many different iterations. I think it was creature.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems good for a common.
Yep. An extra mana, an extra point in toughness. I mean, I prefer what was the one that was 2 blue for a 2/2 flyer. That was better than this, but that card was very, very good. So
cool.
Mist Raven, I think was cool.
Here we've got Trent dressing up as Gandalf for the POG pre-release.
I didn't know he did that.
Neither did I. Ponder. Wait, is this literal Ponder?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Sorry, I can hear my kids crying in the background. I'll go check on them in a sec. We've got Ponder, it's 1 blue. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, then put them back in any order you may shuffle. Draw a card.
Everyone knows Ponder.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is Kyle. He looks very proud to be at a chess tournament.
Yeah, it's a great photo.
I think it's a commonly used meme picture, that one.
So. Yeah.
He's pondering something.
Is Ponder, in my mind, I'm like, well, that's just an A. It's like such a good card, right? But is it not in limited and especially low-powered limited?
No.
Yeah.
That's like a C, C minus.
Wow.
It's like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just digging so deep, though. It's doesn't matter. Yeah, all right. Yeah, this is why I'm bad at limited.
Yeah. It's a cantrip. It's pretty basic.
But it's like the best cantrip ever printed, right?
Well,
better than preordained, better than...
This is limited.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. What are you looking for? Another 2/2?
I guess, yeah, you're like down a mana and, well, you're not down a card, but you're down a mana. Yeah, filtering out lands, shit, I don't know. Or getting the land that you needed. Alright, next one, we've got the prawns that Alex left out. You can go ahead and read that one.
It's a 6 blue. It's a legendary mutant kraken. When the prawns Alex left out enters the battlefield.
What's that?
Yeah, it's a typo.
Here we go.
When the prawns Alex left out enters the battlefield, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, tap target creature. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Ward 2 is to suspend 6. 8 mana, 6/8. This is a huge blue creature.
Massive.
With an interesting ETB, not a super strong one. Is this a reanimate target? Guess so.
I mean, for sure.
It's also a suspend.
Ward is crazy. I mean, Ward is just... I mean, it's obviously not hexproof, but, man, like, sometimes...
An 8 mana creature?
Yeah, I mean, maybe not so much, and Ward 2 isn't crazy. I mean, you look at something like Kappa Cannoneer with, like, Ward 4. It's like, I'm never killing this thing. I just can't.
I don't know what that card is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a good artifact creature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a reanimate creature. I don't know. I mean, you can play it on turn 2 for its suspend. I mean, it's 8 mana in a limited format. It's, very, very... And, like, it doesn't win you the game when you cast it.
Yeah.
I'm setting a reanimate target.
Yep.
A control deck finisher.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. So, in those 2 types of decks, it can be okay.
Yep.
I'd want to find it, like, I'd hope I'd have a big rare as a reanimate target, this is like the backup.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer if it had cycle instead of suspend. You got to find a way to put it in your bin. If you draw it, you got to find a way to get rid of it.
Yep. So we're talking about like a build around C minus.
Yeah, like build around C or something. I mean,
All right.
I do like the suspend. It adds another dimension to the card. It's not just an 8 drop, but yeah, 6 is a lot of turns.
Yeah, I think it would be impossible for Swanee to design a set that didn't have suspend, because he used to really like Elder Cargarod.
Okay. Yeah.
The prawns Alex left out. Alex bought a giant bag of prawns to champs and forgot to put them in the freezer for the whole weekend.
And they stunk.
Yeah.
That's an old champs as well.
That's before me. I don't remember that. Unless I think
that might have been an invitational, to be honest. I think that was like the first invitational, like years ago.
Wow, yeah. All right, next up we got reject friend request and a picture of Gary. That's great. It's 1 and a blue for an instant. Counter target creature spell unless its controller pays 2 plus an additional 1 for each powerful wizard you control. Is countering creature spells good in limited?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume so, right? Because people are just literally trying to win with creatures.
Okay. This, like, there's already a card that's 1 and a blue. Counter creature.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
remove soul.
I think that maybe there's a few of them. It's not the one that I'm thinking of, isn't that? It's it was like in Ixalan or something. Yeah.
Yep. And it's generally it's a control deck card, and it's a sideboard card for like, oh my god, I got this bomb I can't deal with, and I'm playing blue.
I think maybe not always, for the most part. But I'm reading it for the most part as just counter target creature, like, unless controller pays 2 effects in draft seem to be crazy. Like that's like a mana leak level. That's just such a I mean, that's literally counter anything.
But it's only creature spells.
Yeah.
Which remove soul is just straight up. Yeah, I don't think it's, and that's not it's an okay card. It's like a sideboard card. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think this is pretty bad.
Yeah. I've never liked them, the ones that are just creatures, because every time you're like, haha, got you now. Yeah. And then out comes a Saga or fucking whatever.
And they say, got you now, and they cast something and they've got 2 mana up.
Exactly. Yeah, that too, yeah. I think the additional 1 for each powerful wizard is just crazy, seemingly, because the powerful wizards seem to all be kind of expensive. Were they? Am I getting that wrong?
There was Trent, there was Leo, that's
a 4 and a 6, I think.
There was a couple, but there was Waylon, I think, was a powerful wizard.
Okay, yeah. So you may get you may
have an additional 1, but
I mean, it's just
Jesus, jumping through hoops for a remove soul doesn't seem great to me.
Yeah. Loving this as well. We've got Gary here in in his orb of protection with all the friend requests.
If you're Gary's friend on Facebook, you've done well. I don't get rejected though. They just sit in the ether. They just never get responded to.
Yeah, Gary notoriously doesn't accept them. That's funny. All right.
Now this was a night out.
Hey, buddy, there you go. Take it away.
Retro Gamers, 3 and a blue there's another powerful wizard, but again it costs 4. But it enters the battlefield. Total I have mills for. So this is your reanimate.
This is how we were doing it. We're going all in on mill.
Yeah. This is reanimate, or this is it only does it once. You got to blink it or something to really hit them. So if you mill someone out using all these mill cards, you're really doing it. It's not easy to do.
Yeah, and randomly, I think with reanimate. I mean, because the problem with random blind mills and reanimate is you often just you just mill the frigging card that was going to reanimate the creature, and you put the creature in your hand next turn or something,
But that's generally how reanimated decks work in limited. It's a random mill.
Yeah, for sure. So, exactly.
So this is one of the ways you're going to try and do it.
There's no entomb in this set.
Might be. Let's find out. I wouldn't put it past Swanee.
Yeah, we've got Me Too Retro.
This was you and me going to Retro.
Just kill it.
Everyone was meant to follow us in, but they didn't. So you and I just like, screw it. We're staying here and having some fun. And a few wild turkeys later, we finally moved on.
All right, next up we've got another saga. So there are sagas. Yeah. The Sealed Wind, it's 4 blue. Return. So step 1 is return all other non-land permanents to their owner's hands. Okay, so it's like a half upheaval. Each player may put a non-land permanent from their hand onto the battlefield. Is number 2. And then number 3 is each player may put a non-land permanent from their hand onto the battlefield again. So presumably they're putting from their hand. I mean, this could just backfire so badly, right? Like if their hand randomly had some huge creature they couldn't cast.
This is a big effect, but a bad effect.
Big time. And this just seems... I mean, I don't know, maybe some genius can build around this, but that is so... This reminds me of... It's almost like Eureka in that it happens twice, whereas Eureka obviously just keeps happening. But every time you cast Eureka in anything, you go, all right, cool, here's my big thing. And then you go, here's my big thing that exiles your big thing. Here's my next big thing, my next big thing. And you're like, oh, now I'm just dead.
The only thing I can see this working against is really aggro decks and tokens. So if they like, but again, they're just going to recast everything.
Yeah, see, and the power of obviously upheaval, other than having fast mana as well, is that it's all the lands. Yeah. So that after you've done it, they go land, discard 7 cards. This is like they get to keep everything. It slows them
down, but you pay 6 for that. They put their biggest thing into play, and then they cast their 3 other weenies, and they've got a board again.
Yeah. I mean, if you just...
they don't get to chuck it until your turn, so the biggest thing, they have to wait, so it'll have summoning sickness. I mean, good luck.
I'll be amazed to see someone play that go well.
This is pretty close to an F.
Yeah, the Sealed Wind, and the reason we've got to
use... it against token decks, I guess.
We've got a bit of a story with this one. This is... Of course, Trent building a sealed deck outside on the porch during a faction champs. A huge gust of wind comes and blows his pool away, and half the cards go missing under the deck. He tries to rebuild it anyway with what he has left. And the picture's so great too, because I don't think he was having the best of it with the pool that he got.
Yeah, and then he lost half the cards
anyway, so very nice. Alright, take it away.
Secondary Market Agent. This is 400 blue for Nath. Oh yeah, Nath loves selling and buying cards on the loft websites and everything. This is so it's a legendary creature, human merchant. It's a X3. Like it's got a lot of text. The secondary market agent enters the battlefield. Search your library for an instant or sorcery. Reveal it, put it in your hand. Cool, but this costs 5. And has the power equal to the number of instant and sorceries in your graveyard. Yeah, good. Good in this instant or sorcery archetype.
Yep.
You'd want one of these. Search up your best card, instant or sorcery. Hopefully you can get like a 4/3 for 5. You can blink it and find another instant or sorcery. I don't know, like a build around sort of B- C+y sort of thing in that deck.
Yeah, I see it more often than not being like 2/3, right? Rather than, I guess you get to get one.
You need to, it's a build around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And what kind of deck are you building that in? Is that it's certainly obviously not an aggro card, but is that a control card, or is it somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, generally the cards that don't focus on creatures, they're instant or sorcery heavy.
Yep.
They generally are control-y more than aggressive.
Yep.
You've got jamming out creatures. So yeah, it's a sort of control-y blue deck that focusing around instants or sorceries.
But an example of a good build around, especially if you've obviously got
so you get this, you get the one with the kicker that brings an instant or sorcery back. There were some other ones as well.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah,
if you want to build that archetype, goes very well in that archetype.
Yeah,
I'd love it to have some sort of evasion.
Yes, yeah.
A lot of these cards tend to have like flying and stuff, but that generally they don't go get you a card as well.
Yeah.
Like what's the Drake? There's like an 04 Drake that's got that bottom text.
Okay.
For like 1 blue red.
Oh sure, yeah.
There's another one that's blue red that draws a card when it comes into play.
That's right.
That's got the ability, but yeah, most of those have flying, but this gets you a card, so I guess that's just as good.
Yep.
I quite like it, but yeah, if you draft that deck, take this card. No one else is really going to want it. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You might get it late.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Next up, just quickly on that other one, we've got reference to Nathan selling people's chat for them on Marketplace, which is great. He's very, very good value for that. Next up, we've got Shopkeep's Shutdown. It's 1 blue for an instant. Counter target spell. Cycling 1 and a blue. When you cycle Shopkeep Shutdown, exile a card from each player's graveyard.
Yeah.
That's sick, right?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Just
this is the counter spell on the set.
Yeah. That seems like a good.
It's quite a good one. It's quite a
yeah.
good cancel. That's a cancel.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
quite a good cancel. Cycling is handy in case
Well, it's all just upside underneath counter target spell for 3. It's all.
Yeah, and then if they are doing the reanimate stuff, you've got a counter to that.
Yeah.
You can just counter the reanimate spell. But
I mean, just bury them, right? Like they're in such trouble. Yeah. Or if they're not doing that, you just cycle it.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't see. It just seems so rare that you would, because usually the cycling ones are because they're like mana leak or mana drain, not mana drain.
Whatever. You don't normally see it on a hard counter.
Because you know they're always going to have the 2 up. Yeah, sensor. Yeah, exactly. Miscalc sensor, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Counter spells are very interesting limited cards. I think this is quite good. I'd give this like a C to C plus. Yep.
I mean, in the right deck, it just wins the game as well.
It's good against the control of your decks. It's this where this isn't great is against aggro.
Oh exactly. Yeah.
And this is in reference to NLG closing the end.
Yeah. You've got Jeffrey there. I think one of everyone's favourite early stores that we went to. Yeah, exactly where it all began. NLG Preston. I think it's a pet shop now.
Oh really?
Yeah. All right. Next up. You can take this one.
Slippery Boys. Here we go. Another big blue creature. 5 and a blue. This spell costs 1 less for each instant or sorcery card in your graveyard. Ward 5, 4/5.
Ward 3.
Ward 3. Sorry, 4/5. So you want one of these in your instant sorcery decks as a nice cheap creature you can get out. You can cast this and leave up a counter spell if you're so that way inclined. Cool.
Yep. Again, Ward 3. I mean, that can seriously be close to hexproof because.
You really love Ward, don't you?
Oh man, it's great. No, Ward is insane. Like it's only when you're playing against it, you're like, like I can either just kill the thing, but then I get hit on the crackback or whatever. Like it actually plays out almost like hexproof.
I'm not sure what removal spells are targeting this. The red ones don't work. So you look at something in black, I guess.
Yep.
Or a pacifism type effect. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So anything you want to touch with this thing, it just makes it. It's one of them really tricky.
What effects. Is this? Did these guys go? The Slippery Boys. Click on the picture.
Yeah.
Did they go on a slip and slide down the city or something?
It's got Leonard, Nathan, Fabian, and Scott drunkenly running through the rain in Sydney after a big event, calling themselves Slippery Boys.
Oh man, Slippery Boys. What was the other one? The cream team.
No, see, this is the prom, right? This is us trying to get into retro. You and me are standing in front of these guys. The bouncers go, yep, in you go, boys. And then, because we've chatted up the girls in the front line, make sure where your boyfriend's right, it's all good. And then the Slippery Boys come up behind us. That's why we're in retro. Where the fuck is everyone?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. But somewhat to note as well, it's a merfolk, so it also works immediately with the other Nathan card that is a merfolk. Next up, we've got Speculating Sphinx. It's 4 blue for a legendary creature. Sphinx, it's flying, Ward 1. 1 and a blue, discard Sphinx of Speculation. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1, so it's got a kind of semi-daze effect.
It's got sensor.
Yeah, I guess sensor. Exactly.
Yes. Sensors.
Oh, no kidding, of course, that's why. Yeah, that makes sense.
It was part of speculating.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
How many did he buy? Did he really go deep?
He's got like 100 or something. Not that many.
Okay.
For a 2-cent card or whatever it's worth.
Yeah.
The card's awesome. Like, this card's busted. It's a 6 mana. It's a Mahamadi to Jin.
Yeah. I mean,
with flying
is insane.
And a random sensor ability. Great. Yeah, the A minus first ticket.
So the random sensor ability is only you have to discard. It can't be while it's in play. You have to discard it from your hand. Correct. So it acts as a sensor in your hand, but otherwise is a wildly good creature.
Yeah.
So you'd be wanting to use that sensor effect only on the most backbreaking spell.
Yeah.
But wow, there you go.
Yeah, flexibility is key, so that's always great. The card's very strong.
Yeah. Artwork is great too. Right. Here you go.
Swanny's Song, 1 and a blue, instant. Counter up to 1 target non-creature spell. So we've got the other way.
Yes.
Create a 1/1 white swan creature token with flying.
So this is Swan
So
Song.
you get but you get to keep the token, right? You don't give it to them.
Swan
Song.
Oh yeah. But Swan Song also costs 1.
Yes,
Yeah.
and this is non-target, non-creature.
And I think Swan Song is also non-creature.
I don't know. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It is. It's a combo. Card.
Yeah. I played Reanimator and stuff.
Yes.
And it also gives them the 1/1 so that you can both of druids them.
Cool. Yeah, bring sideboard card.
Yeah, 100%.
Card.
Yeah, love a cheap counter spell.
But yes.
And getting a 1/1. How bad is paying 2 at instant speed for a 1/1?
But you need to target. You can't just cycle it for a while.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah.
It needs a legal target to be able to cast it.
Yep. This artwork's fantastic.
Yeah.
So to play on Swan Song and the various meme pictures with Swanee playing instruments. And this is a screenshot, I think, of him singing the song.
Oh, is it? Yeah, the clam chowder.
Yeah, we won't go there. Yeah. All right.
Thirst for Formulas, 2 and a blue, instant. Draw 3, discard 2 unless you discard a land card. So this card exists. The thirstiest of the lot hang out in the faction spreadsheet chat. Yeah, so Alex loves his spreadsheets, and so does Nath.
Yeah. Is this Memory Deluge is the card that this is?
No.
What card is it? Oh,
it's Thirst for Knowledge, but there's a version of Thirst for Knowledge which is, instead of artifact, it's land. I can't remember the name of it. It was like an uncommon in maybe a landfall set or something. It's cool. It's good because that's what you want to discard generally. Is you want to discard a land card when you draw 3 and limited. Keep the 2 spells. Discard the land.
I mean, even in a if you're playing this presumably in a controlling deck, doing this on their end set when they didn't cast the spell that you wanted to counter, doing this at the end, even if you don't have the land to discard, it's still fine. Because you're digging 3 deeper, you're getting to discard stuff you don't need.
Cards good.
Referencing the faction spreadsheet chat,
Cards great. In a controlling deck, it's good. It's going to be good in these instants and a sorcery archetype. So again, not great in a aggressive deck. Unlike the one that's draw 3, that actually would go okay in an aggressive deck. Yeah. If you've got a blue aggressive deck.
Cool. Did you see the Excel Championship this year, an Australian one? World champion? World champion in Excel. It was fun, got more in the budget than Magic events, than the Pro Tour and stuff. It was massive. Big esports thing. Alright, next up we've got this TBH. It's 1 blue for an instant. Copy up to 1 target activated or triggered ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. You control the copy. Draw a card.
Yeah. Because you're not going to get that effect very often.
No. What?
Yeah, I have no idea if this is good or not. I know that it's referencing Hoodie getting triggered when people say this to the in the chat. Hoodie hates it. So everyone started saying it because Hoodie hated it. So it started getting spammed in the chat every time someone said anything relevant.
It says the passive-aggressive reaction emoji in the Highlander Discord that really riles Hoodie up the wrong way.
Triggers it. Yeah.
That's so good.
Interesting card. I have no idea if it's good or not. I don't know how often you're going to have a activated or triggered ability.
They do a big blink, then you copy that blink, blinking the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you're drawing a card, it's only 1 blue.
Yeah.
All that seems good to me, but again, I always skew to.
Because you can't cast it. It can get stuck in your hand while waiting for something to happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it might be okay.
Yeah.
Cantrip. Cantrip's always okay, I guess.
This TBH.
Wag's Order. 1 and a blue for an instant. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Exile target creature, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Wait, you do both? Yeah. So it's got 2 targets.
For 2 blue at instant.
Interesting.
Pack it up, boys.
So this is...
so you blink your good thing. I mean, this just... If you, again, find yourself in this spot, this just blows someone out so hard, in a blocking situation.
It's unsummon, and Well, it's any creatures. You can target their creatures.
That's what I mean. You return their one so that you'll auto, and then you.
Yeah. So what's the card? It's Highlander, 03 Highlander or something, or Highlander.
What is it?
The Highlander card in the white one.
Yeah.
Like we moved up and up the rankings as we thought about it. End up being
exactly.
this white comment. This is it again in blue, and you get to bounce. I think is this better?
So yeah,
this is fantastic.
I mean, it seems amazing
because of the bottom ability, unsummon and a blink effect in the one card.
Yeah.
This seems fantastic.
Yeah.
If they've got 2 tokens, it kills both of them.
Yeah. The only time I guess that's crap is if you want to blink your creature, but they don't have a creature to send back.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
This seems fantastic.
Yep.
Fantastic. I mean,
it also saves your own creature. Someone goes to kill your creature, you return it to your hand and exile.
Why would you return to your hand when you can just blink it?
Oh, sorry, blink. Sorry, yeah, you blink yours and return their one. Sorry, to them. Yeah.
Well,
So, the amount of ways this can work is awesome. The fact that neither of those target just your own, just your opponent's.
So we've got a way of shooting 2 of your creatures at the one turn. You can save both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, interesting. Seems fantastic. I'd like B-, B. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah.
Very hard to evaluate. Seems brilliant.
You can absolutely see that being in the winning deck, and that there being a moment in a final match where that just absolutely blows out an opponent. And it's like, well, you got ways.
Fantastic.
You're doing it.
So Wags is just
wives and girlfriends.
So we'd ask permission from the Wags to come out and play.
That's cool. And then last up, now we've got Win a Beer, and Win a Beer is 1 and a blue for an instant. Choose a number. Fucking hate cards that make you choose numbers. Reveal the top card of your library. If that card's mana value is equal to the chosen number, put it into your hand and create a food token. Otherwise, put it into your graveyard. Draw a card. So you're just looking, you're revealing that top card, and you're either putting it in the bin or into your hand and a food. And I mean, the upside is really good, right? At instant speed, you happen to get the right number if you happen to know that you've got all... I mean, you're just always saying 0, right? Assuming it's a land.
You ponder into Win a Beer.
Well, I mean, if you can manipulate the top of your library, obviously it gets insane, but...
Yeah. I don't think it's great when you're guessing.
No, exactly, because I think theoretically, you have to get 0, right, for land, because you've got more lands than anything. Yeah. And
that's most of the time what you got to do.
Yeah. And then, this is why I don't like the choose a number cards, because there's always an optimal, like, unless you're manipulating the top, of course, which makes these kind of things absurd.
So it's not, you're not going to actually guess.
There's always some kind of like lame-ass way that you're supposed to play.
Welcome to modern gaming where everything's worked out.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you've already done it.
Love the thing. Win a Beer is offering up a free beer to anyone that can guess things about it in the faction chat. Is a tried Desmond John. I'm pretty sure that's a strawberry coconut beer.
You always get, the famous one is posting a picture of a beer and saying, "What's the secret ingredient?"
Yeah, exactly. It's always something really stupid. Yeah,
fucking yeast or something.
Just whatever colour it is, raspberry. I don't know. So that's
blue.
That's blue, everyone.
Yeah, awesome.
So we got some. Mill was the standout.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, not like standout for being good, but standout. There's a lot of it.
Instant and sorceries.
Wizards.
Powerful wizards seem to be they seem to be the themes. The Saga's a little bit.
Yeah, a couple big busted cards. Yeah. And
then the removal is very much enchantments on their creatures to make them smaller or to tap them down permanently.
Yeah. Or bounce. Yeah.
Stuff which is not very good against blink effects.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you all for the black set review.
Yeah. Thanks very much for joining us.
Yeah.
Cheers.